The National Freedom Front, NFF. Leader Wimal Weerawansa's wife Shashi Weerawansa says she does not know anything about the alleged misuse of vehicles by her husband. Excerpts. How did you meet MP Wimal Weerawansa? A. He entered politics in 1994, but he was in politics even before that. I met him in 1994 when he came to our house with one of my brothers. Who was your brother? A. Ajith Kumara. Wimal visited our house often for political activities. Was that the time you ran an agency post office? A. Yes. We got married in 1996. In which month? A. In March. Are they needed for this interview? I am not digging into your personal life, but we want a beginning. Let us turn to politics and the present situation. A. Let us give people what they want. This is a crucial moment. This is the first time you speak to a newspaper like this. That is why we queried about the past. A. Yes, I understand. He used the name Wimlasari Gamleth then. A. Wimal Weerawansa is the true name. They used pen names as journalists. Do you know the names of the newspapers? A. I don't have a long memory. I remember he was with here a newspaper. Were you like the shadow of the politician Wimal Weerawansa from 1994 to 2017? A. Yes, even up to now. Is your name Shashi Weerawansa? A. All my relations and friends call me Shashi. I became Weerawansa after marriage. My name is Udayanthi. Udayanthi Ranasingh. A. Randuna Mudayansalaj Udayanthi Ranasingh. Your husband was a minister of Mahinda Rajapaksa regime. But before that was he a member of a revolutionary party? A. Yes. That time must be documented. There was war since the time we got married and they took political decisions during the war. My children and I had to do many sacrifices at home when he and the other leaders including the president came forward to win the war. People may not know them. What kind of sacrifices were they? A. After the political change, I was called to the Bribery Commission and FCID. Once I cried. During the war in 2007. As I remember, my elder child was in grade 5 or 6. Was he at Ananda College? A. Yes. I asked FCID officers to check the number of days he had attended school at that time. One day, I asked what we would do if the child is kidnapped by the terrorists demanding the government to stop the war. What did your husband say? A. He said political decisions could not be taken for the sake of one of his children. He said the decisions were for hundreds of thousands of the children of the country. Although he replied as a patriot who gave priority to the country, I could not take it as a mother. I decided not to send him to school. If he was sent to school for one day, he was kept at home for another week. Why did you do so? A. I was scared. They took various decisions and vowed to win the war. They verbally attacked the LTTE. I thought we had been targeted as a family of a frontline leader. My kid went to school in several vehicles. He was not brought home at once after school. He was dropped in various places and I went there to collect him. We lived secretly. There was a time we had rented houses for others' names because people suspected when Wimal came home. My child had no freedom to play outside. He was looking through the gate at other children playing. People may be thinking we were living in luxury. That was our life during the war. My children made many sacrifices to win the war. We did not go anywhere with my husband. We did not appear in public places. We did not go before media. We had lot of security issues. I asked the officials if they had the right to question us like that. Your husband was a member of a revolutionary party before that. The members of that party were in jail at various times. But your husband did not face such problems. Is that true? A. He had problems although he was not jailed. What did you think when he was remanded for the first time last week? A. I know that there are only a small number of politicians who actually love the country. I know about my husband as one such person. There is no property in this country in my husband's name. Shall we talk about it later? A. Therefore, something that should not happen occurred. This would not have happened unless due to political conspiracies. He was in clean politics throughout his life. I never think this would happen. Your name was in the news at one time in an incident in which you were lost in the jungle when you visited Kabilitha Devale. Any comments? A. Many people visit that place and my visit is not special. Did you go there for a special purpose? A. I was vegan for about 10 years. Now I eat fish. Then I wanted to visit that place with kids because all talk about that place. Did you get lost? A. Number. When we were returning it rained and we could not come back. Were you shocked on the day your husband was fasting unto death before the UN headquarters? Can you compare that day with today's situation? A. My children and I were in trouble in both times. My daughter always cries. She feels it when parents are affected. Both of them are very sensitive. I had to bear their woes. I cannot reveal all my feelings. I have the responsibility of taking care of our children. In both these occasions, I was shocked, but I underwent them because I knew we had to bear them. Did you agree with his fast? A. Number. He is not a person who consults me or the family when it comes to politics. We watch what they do. Didn't you ask him to avoid such dangerous work after that fast? A. Number. I never said so. I must say so if he is wrong. I have not come across such reasons. In 2016 did you face a problem of keeping 2 passports? A. It is wrong information. Not regarding me. Did Wimal Weerawansa also face such charge? A. It is also a false charge. Visa was sealed in the old passport because he had lost the new one. The old one which was lost had been found later. It was a mistake made by someone who was under him. He was not possessing 2 passports. It will be cleared before court in the future. Is the case proceeding? A. Yes. I think it will drag until the government exists because it will be a problem for them if he is found innocent. Recently, Wimal Weerawansa's brother Serith Weerawansa was also arrested under the same charge. Is it true? A. He was arrested for misuse of vehicles. What was Wimal's response? A. He did not know these things. They first arrest and then frame charges. We know these cases will not be proved. Without arresting. How can he be indicted? A. These people first arrest and then frame charges. Why cannot they be sued without arresting? What happens now is punishing before proving charges. Punishment is finished when innocence is proved. What do you mean by punishment? Is it putting people in remand? A. It is a punishment. I think now the people have begun to love the politicians more because of this type of punishment. They know that there are no reasons for it. The news of Wimal Weerawansa's arrest was published 2 days before. Even former President Mahinda Rajapaksa also announced it. Wasn't the information of FCID leaked? A. Number. It is not leaking news. Some media people came to this house 3 days ago, although nobody came from your organization. When we asked for the reason, they said to one of us that somebody was to be arrested. Even I did not know until then. Then we understood that plans had been afoot to arrest him soon. That was how it leaked, not with a link from inside. Do you know anything about spending the funds of your husband's ministry to call Sonu Nigam to Sri Lanka? A. I don't know, but I know that Sonu Nigam was invited to Sri Lanka because I am connected with Men in Art Affairs. I don't know if the ministry had sponsored it. Are you a producer of Teledrimus? A. Number. I am not a producer. I wrote the script and contributed in other ways like writing songs. Recently, Dallas Alahaparuma said arresting Wimal Weerawansa was not sufficient and the chairman and the secretary should be taken in. Do you agree with him? A. That's correct. He did not say arrest was wrong, but he said Asha Marasing and others also should be taken in. Any comments? A. On one hand it means the arrest was wrong. He meant that those persons had to be arrested first if he is arrested. That does not mean the arrest was right. This is also wrong. If this is right, those persons must be taken first. Who is ridden of Vimukthy Weerawansa? A. Vimukthy Weerawansa is his sister's child. Who is Ishika Nadi Pereira? A. Ishika? Yes. Ishika. A. She is one of his secretaries. Were these names in the list of the recipients of vehicles? A. I don't know about the activities of the ministry. Media spokesman of the NFF Muzammil said in a press conference that a number of Weerawansa's relations worked voluntarily in the ministry. Therefore, they were given transport whenever necessary. Is this true? A. I don't know. It is pointless to asking about the ministry from me. He was a minister for 5 years. I have never stepped into his offices. I don't know the officers. I knew only the few persons who visited the house. I had no time to look for them because I had the affairs of my children and my businesses. Do you read newspapers? A. Yes. Are you aware of the news reports that the houses built in Matagoda and Kahafadua by the ministry were given to his relations at low prices when he was the minister? A. I saw them in newspapers. Only that? A. Yes. Didn't you ask about it? A. Number. But if one asks for a house and if that person can pay for it, the relationship is no reason to avoid it. I don't know whether the houses were given or not. Mayor of Kaduilo Bud Hadissa said a 25-room hotel was built by former Minister Wimal Weerawansa in a 13-acre land in Panadara. Was it true? A. It is a lie. Former Minister Wimal Weerawansa violated election laws during the municipal council elections by giving mobile phones to village officers. Letters had been sent to the election commissioner with such allegations. Are you aware of them? A. I read them in newspapers, but I don't know whether they are true or not. I am not a wife who asks about those things during the short time my husband is at home. They can be a mental pressure for him when he is at home. Therefore, I don't know about them. Do you think a party leader like Wimal Weerawansa, who must be disciplined, must speak to another party leader like Maithripala Sirisena, a parent Sirisena? A. I don't have the right to criticize his political practices, and also I don't like it. I don't mind them. They are his affairs and it is useless asking me about them. Your husband observed Sil in remand. Does he observe Sil usually on poor days? A. He said he had observed Sil when he was in school. He said so when I visited him now. That means he has never observed Sil before this? A. Not after he got married to me. There was a rumor that one of Wimal Weerawansa's nieces was attacked by police officers when he was arrested. Is this true? A. I did not see any one of his nieces. I don't know about them. She is not his relation but mine. I did not know if she was there and I did not see the incident. I still did not speak and I don't know what happened. Do you know me Ayurubasha Filianij? A. I knew him. Do you know anything about the reports on social media that people were brought there? A. I don't know anything about them. Didn't the reports say that women had been hired to cry and scream? A. Do people still believe what is reported in websites? I think not. Did you and lawyers ask the court to grant bail considering your daughter's education? A. My daughter was upset during his fast into death too. My son could bear it. He did advanced level examination without attending school for 2 years after this government came to power. He stayed at home and learnt individually. Why was that? A. The children of politicians and majors came there after the regime change. They threatened the children and he was kept at home and taught after that. My daughter does not attend school in fear of the thought of her father faces trouble. Since the day the journalists waited here, she refused to go to school saying that father would be taken. She saw mother and father were taken and they cried throughout the night without sleeping. Why were you questioned several times? A. Because of the 2 passports in my name. The case is ongoing. These children are in police and court every day. Is Thanujana Shanthi your sister? A. Yes. Is Ananda Ashoka Kumara her husband? A. Yes. Is he also a recipient of vehicles? A. Actually, I don't know about it. Therefore, I cannot speak about it. The spokesman of your party Muzammil said the relations had worked in the ministry. Is it true? A. He is in politics. I don't know about giving vehicles to him. What Muzammil said was correct. My husband has relations whom I don't know. Some relations may have worked there. I don't know some affairs. He was the minister for 5 years and I said I had never visited his office. I don't know anything. What was the response from society? A. People who love him and voted him called and expressed sympathy. Some even cried. There are many such incidents. Last night also, people were here until 1 a.m. I am facing such things now. Children are crying. I have to appease them. That is the situation at home now. What did your husband say when you visited him while he had observed Sil? A. Nothing special. He patted the daughter. He never says even though he has trouble. He may not say his troubles before the children because they are unhappy. I think this is good experience for him. I felt it when he spoke. He thinks that such an experience is essential for a politician. He has no reason to worry. If his conscience knows that he is right and there are no reasons to be jailed, He has no reasons to fear or worry. As I know, he must be friendly with everybody. Colin, are you not shaken? A number. I lived with him many years, and how many such shocks have I faced? This is not new. Even I may be put in jail because of having two passports. We face all punishments because of this marriage and his character.